just saw something with some friend of Frank Sinatra's. Frank Sinatra. You remember him? I almost went into there's no business like show business like no business. I know! Shut the fuck up. You told me that already. I almost went into that and I said, no, it was Frank Sinatra. New York, for all you kids. You know, it's not a song about a city being bombed in the United States of America. It's if I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. What are you eating under there? Underwear. Underwear? You see how it all goes. But he's talking. This friend of his is talking about experiences he had with Frank Sinatra. And, one of the things he says when he sees him giving something of his away that's worth a lot of money that somebody just admired, you know, it's an old tradition. But there, Frank Sinatra, who we know was screwing Marilyn Monroe, whoever she was married to at the time, if anybody at all, between Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller and maybe somebody else. But once working on a house and pulling shit off the walls, and it's one of these old houses where they use newspapers as insulation. It's better than nothing. And this newspaper came out 50 years to the day in front of the Brown Derby. The paparazzi caught a picture of Frank Sinatra with Marilyn Monroe. Victoria says I should have kept it. And I'm like, I don't fucking care about anything. But there's Frank Sinatra that we think of him as the mobster, but the thing that this guy shares with us is that he says, somebody likes something, if you can't give it to them, then that means your possession has become more valuable than you. Your possession now possesses you. Like, that's fucking news. It's one of those validating factors, like in Guns N' Roses when Axl Rose said, I don't worry about nothing, no, because worrying's a waste of my time. I'd already been through the thought process of, you know, are you gonna do something about it? Or are you just gonna sit there and think about it until you fucking have to be hospitalized because you can't sleep at night? Hope is the little sister of worry. So he says that. And I think, I give things away. I even, just today, out in the world in one of the places I go, I saw a $10 bill folded up. Like it haphazardly, but it was folded up. Kind of says something about somebody, doesn't it? And I saw it sitting on the floor, $10 bill. And I said, look at that, $10 bill. I said, who has been here? I looked around and I thought, who's doing what today? Who would normally be here, but they have been held away from the area because they're doing something somewhere else. And I think the one guy that's working in this vicinity, Ed, he's the first one I go to. So I put that $10 bill haphazardly folded up into my pocket. And I go back out to where he might be. Well, that's that. Flint just went out. I already adjusted it a couple times. And I saw him. We don't talk much. And I said, check your billfold and look in your pockets. Are you missing a bill? Like money? We're far and few between. We're far away from each other. You don't understand it. When I talk, people understand what I'm saying. That's the way it's supposed to be. And so he understands I'm talking about money. And by me putting it that way, it means if he doesn't know what monetary value that bill had, then it's not his. And I keep it, and I approach other people that it might be. And if nobody can get it right, that's my $10 bill. And when I stopped and I picked up that $10 bill, because I know I'm the one that will give it back if I can find the person, I said to myself, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, and good things come to me. I said, thank you, but I cannot take this as my own. I must return it to the person from whence it came. And I put it into my pocket, and I came up onto that guy later, and I said, you missing that? And he said, and he just reached right for his pocket, and you could see there was nothing there. And he said, was it a $10 bill? And I said, and I pulled it out of my pocket, and I said, I said, you passed the test. It's yours. And he was like, He immediately reached for his wallet, then went right to his pockets, realizing he had a $10 bill somewhere. He didn't trick me into anything. He allowed me to return what was his. Nothing is mine. But when you talk like Frank Sinatra sang, things about when your possessions possess you. One thing I wonder about is, what about the possessions that are you? Hear Dr. Wayne Dyer talk about how he got rid of everything in his life. Gave it away, sold it, whatever he did with it, got it all out. And I saw that and I'm like, that's very admirable, but I don't know if I have it in me yet. What if it's not about these possessions, these memories possessing you? What if these memories are who you are and you just aren't ready to give it up yet? And in the end of it, that friend of his who was talking posthumously about Frank Sinatra, he said, what is the important stuff? He said, it's friends.